this is a really severe transparency crisis, and I would say a real anti-democratic problem. Unfortunately, here in Middlesex County, despite promises from Mr. Lynch that the final maps would be released by last week, they still have not. I showed up at the office this morning. I presented a letter, an email from him that had that promise in it, and I have not heard back. I did notify the Attorney General about this because I believe this is giving an unfair advantage to political insiders.
It's not that Mr. Lynch is holding anything back from you or anybody from the public. He doesn't have it, at least my understanding is, he doesn't have it even as of 5:45 p.m. this evening. So you have asked for it, you've done it in an email. As soon as he has it, you will have it.
Okay, on January 12th, the Woodbridge Rewarding Commission chose a map. A vote was taken. People know what that map says, including the local chairs of both parties and whoever they chose to share it with. People like me don't have access to any of the three maps that were considered, and we don't know what the final map is. So that's not transparent. That's the opposite of transparent. Political insiders have the maps, and they know what they're going to be, and folks who are not privy to that information can't even get it from the Secretary for the Rewarding Commission. And in my letter, you will see an attachment, the January 20th email, where Mr. Lynch says, I will have those resources early next week. We are now well over a week after that promise. So I am raising the alarm. I've notified the Attorney General, and I'm demanding the release of all the maps and information about who submitted those maps. I know that this is not right because we are now 2 months away from the petition deadline for folks who want to run for office. And if they're in any of these towns that have done rewarding, unless they are insiders, they don't know what ward they are in. So voters and potential challengers to the incumbents don't know it, but the insiders do. The incumbent politicians have it because someone gave it to them, whether it's the municipal clerk or any of you all who are on the call in your capacity as election board members. 6 of you are also on all of the rewarding commissions. So you got access to all 3 maps. And can you tell me, did you share them with anyone outside of the rewarding commissions? Mr. Frankel, did you share?
Chairwoman, I did not. Chairwoman,
I did not either.
Time is up. Time is up, Chairwoman.
But I don't understand. I cannot for the life of me understand why a public document that was voted on by a commission is not available to the public. I'm struggling with that idea, and I don't. No one has really satisfactorily answered that yet.
I would just say that the maps and the ward descriptions have not been submitted to the state, and that with the.
But they were voted on, so they're a public record, no? Anybody?
Tom, this is Don Katz. If these individuals or any individuals request a copy of the map as presented to the ward commissioners at the second Piscataway meeting, as presented, with the understanding that that's not yet approved by the state, but that was the actual document that was voted on by the ward commission, can you give that to them now?
Again, I would defer to the ward commissioners on that, but again, the final ward maps and the ward descriptions that would be presented to the municipalities for public notice have not been given to the municipalities.
That's not what I'm asking. I mean, we're asking for that, but in the interim, we would like, I think the public has the right to know what map was voted on. That was presented as part of, like, it was put up on the screen. Why can you not share that? I understand that you're making a distinction between what Remington Vernick needs to do and file and all that stuff. But as a starting point, and that may not satisfy Mr. Cradiville, but I'm just asking at least if we can have that.
If you could, would you submit that request to Mr. Lynch first thing in the morning? Would you please request put your request in an email to Mr. Lynch for tomorrow morning. Not Oprah, just a request.
Okay, I just want to again reiterate that from my analysis of all available information, it appears that 18,000 people in Piscataway have been moved from one ward to another under the plan that was approved at the adopted meeting, Piscataway reward. Thank you. I'm glad to hear Mr. Frankel is committed to transparency. So my question is unrelated to the details of the map. The map apparently had a source of recommendation or someone that submitted the map to the commissioners. So I would like to know who that person or organization was that submitted the map that the Remington Vernick engineer said was a good suggestion on the record, or a good recommendation. So who submitted that map or that suggestion?
The map was submitted to Mr. Lynch. The map was submitted to Mr. Lynch. The map was submitted to Mr. Lynch. It's not that Mr. Lynch is holding anything back from you or anybody from the public. He doesn't have it, at least my understanding is, he doesn't have it even as of 5:45 p.m. this evening. So you have asked for it. You've done it in an email. As soon as he has it, you will have it. The map was submitted to Mr. Lynch.
By whom?
By obviously one of the commissioners.
Well, it's not obvious.
He doesn't have it, at least my understanding is, he doesn't have it even as of 5:45 p.m. this evening. Okay.
Well, why is that obvious?
The map was submitted to Mr. Lynch.
By whom?
By one of the commissioners.
That's not transparency. That is opaqueness.
That's in your opinion.
So are you ready to swear before us that, to your knowledge, no one outside the commission or the engineering firm has access to the map and the details?
I don't know how you can even ask that kind of question, sir. You can ask each individual if you wanted to, but how can us, as even one of us, swear that something is out there that we did not do as an individual? So that's transparency.
All right, well, I'll ask you, Mr. Frankel.
I did not. I'll answer it right now. I did not, sir.
So to your knowledge, no one outside of the commission and Remington Vernick has knowledge of the content of that map?
Sir, you asked, did I? I did not. I don't know who has knowledge of them. I don't know who gave the map to whom. I have no idea. You asked if I did. I did not, sir.
Well, you just said that you
said I did not.
You said that there was a commissioner who provided it to Mr. Lynch, though. So
that's part of our rewarding commission, sir. That's what the commissioners sit down, give suggestions. And I believe I said it in Piscataway. I believe I said it in every meeting, that this is always a work in progress. It is always a work in